LMDA canal out there.
What is this one?
They're behind, it's over there near the intersection of Finette Road and Highway 69 and Cardinal Drive.
Oh, not at all where I thought. We're there by. Yep. Kind of by the appraisal. This title to this house is actually in this fellow's mother. She died on June 1st. He died on June 20th. So these are her heirs. If they think we got affidavit on her. These are so rare.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Moore. Can you hear me?
Good morning. Yes. Can you hear me?
I can, thank you. All right, Mr. Moore, could I get you to raise your right hand, please? You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in the cause number or in the estate of Patrick Don Loeb shall be the truth so help you God.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you if you recognize this as being the last will and testament of Mr. Loeb.
Yes, I do.
I'm gonna go back to the signature page and ask you, you recognize that as being his signature on that document?
Yes, I do.
And to your knowledge, after the date he made this will, which appears to have been on March 27th of 2024, did he ever change it or revoke it?
No.
All right, go right ahead.
Good morning, Mr. Moore.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good. You have the proof of death and other facts before you.
Yes, I do. This is the proof of death.
Yes, sir. And you have reviewed that proof.
Pardon me?
You have reviewed that proof.
Yes, I have.
And it's your testimony to the court that all the facts stated therein are true and correct. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
You also have the oath before you. Oath.
Yeah.
Independent. Yes. You're the named independent executor in the will. You're willing to serve in that capacity, and you're not disqualified in any way from serving. Is that true?
That's true.
All right. If you will sign the proof, well, not yet. Excuse me.
Okay, so what you're gonna do, Mr. Moore, is you're gonna go to a notary public in California. Bring that proof of death and other facts and that oath with you. And you're going to execute those instruments before that notary public, and you're gonna need to sign them exactly as your name appears on there. And I don't remember if it has, I think it just has Kevin Moore.
That's correct.
And you'll sign those before a notary public, have it notarized, return those to Mr. Black. Mr. Black will e-file those with the county clerk's office. When he does that, I'll sign the order admitting the will to probate and appointing you as executor of the estate and authorizing the county clerk to issue letters testamentary that will give you authority to act on behalf of the estate.
Okay.
In this instruction sheet, I'm going to give this to Mr. Black to mail to you. It explains what your duties and responsibilities are as representative of the estate. So take some time to review that. Also, make sure that you cooperate with Mr. Black in doing an inventory So that the estate's code requires one to be filed within 90 days of the date I signed the order, okay?
Okay,
All right, the sooner you get those back to him, the sooner I'll sign the order. So you have a
all right. Thank you.
take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Uh-huh.
Mr. Gregory, you may leave if you wish.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, great, thank you.
Okay, looks like Katie Corcoran is the line.
Yes, sir. I believe I'm the only one appearing in person. Katie, is that, oh, she's on Zoom, Katie?
Yeah, she's on Zoom.
She is.
So I know that Curtis is on the other one, or Carrie and Carrie Brown, so they must be on this.
Susan Harris will show up
I've got her,
for
Kevin Hill,
Kevin.
and then I have a Samsung, maybe hopefully this Leroy and Ramon.
Somebody, so are Leroy Hill and Ramona Ledette both showing up?
That's what they said.
Yes, sir. They should be logged in also, sir. Excuse me. I'm Kevin Hill.
Okay, you need to, everybody needs to enable their video. I heard you, but I don't see you.
I'm sorry. This is let me see if I know how to do this. My wife said, let me see if this will work.
If you have a touch screen down in the bottom left-hand corner, or if you've got a mouse, you'll need to go down the bottom left-hand corner and hover around there, and it should show a camera. If you enable that camera icon,
See Ramon, let's see. Kevin. Okay, so now he's muted. Okay,
Okay.
now we're missing Leroy.
okay, you are who, sir?
Kevin Hill, sir. Kevin Blake Hill.
Okay. And you're in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Yes, sir.
And,
That's Ramon.
let's see, do we have a? Okay, so Ms. Robinson gave a consent. We got that. And, okay, what about, Leroy Hill and Ramona Ledette?
Ramona Ledette is here.
Good morning, Ms. Ledette.
Good morning.
And I don't know where Leroy is.
Okay, Mr. Hill has a 414 area code. Where's that?
Milwaukee, Wisconsin, sir.
Oh, so he lives, this is, I guess, your uncle?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Have you talked to him this morning?
Yes, sir. I sure did. And I think he has me on hold here or something. Uncle Roy, hello? He was trying to log in. I'm sorry, sir. Let me try it one more time. Uncle Roy, yeah, they need you to log in. The judge, we're all sitting here. Okay, Your Honor and everybody is all here. They're just waiting on you. He's having trouble logging in, sir. The number that Sue gave you was the login number.
Yeah, he probably should have gotten an email from us that he just has to click the link.
Get it from Paula.
Did you write that number down that Sue gave you this morning? That's the number you have to enter to get into this.
Hmm?
Our next hearing is until September 9th.
When?
Our next probate hearing.
Uh,
Next week,
holiday.
the trial.
Oh,
And
that's
then
right.
holiday.
Okay. Sir, he is trying to log in. He's having difficulties logging in. I'm so sorry.
Okay, well, let
You
me
wanna
let you
double
and
check
Miss
the number?
Ladette raise your right hands, please.
Okay.
Okay, do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call shall be the truth, so help you God?
I do. Yes, sir.
I do, yes.
See you around.
Okay, I'm gonna turn this around so that your attorney can see you. Go right ahead.
Okay. Kevin, excuse me, Kevin,
Yes, ma'am.
we're here, you are Kevin Blake Hill, and we're here to probate the estate of your mother, Velta Hill. Is
Yes,
that
ma'am.
correct?
Yes, ma'am. Correct.
And your mother did not leave a will that you were able to find,
No, she did not.
and you were sent the proof of death and statement of facts. You had an opportunity to read, you can put your hand down.
Sorry.
You had an opportunity to read that proof of death and statement of facts. And you had an
Correct.
opportunity to make any corrections, and to the best of your knowledge, all of that is true and correct.
All of that is true and correct. Yes, ma'am.
And you're asking the court today to appoint you as the independent administrator of your mother's estate. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes, ma'am. Correct.
Ramona, I'll move to you. You're
Okay.
Ramona Ladette or Ramona Lade?
Ramona Ladette,
Okay. And Miss Ladette, you knew Velta for a number of years,
yes,
and you knew her through a family connection. You weren't family, but you knew her through family. Is that correct?
yes,
And you knew that she had 2 children,
yes,
and those 2 children were listed in the statement of facts that you were sent.
yes.
You read over that statement of facts. Did you see anything there that was not true to the best of your knowledge?
Everything was correct.
And you knew her well enough to know of her marital history. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And I'll pass this witness.
So have we had so Mr. Hill hadn't gotten on yet?
No, Mr. Hill, I've already, oh, well,
The
the
other
other
Mr.
Mr.
Hill.
Hill,
Yeah.
Leroy Hill. Can he appear by audio? Could he call in?
Okay. He said he can hear everything you're saying, but he can't pull up his,
He's nowhere on here at all.
they
Yeah,
don't see you under
He's
Roy.
not,
He's not on here at all.
he's not showing up on our computer as being present.
Did you hear the judge? He said you're not showing up on the computer as being present.
Tell you what,
Hold on, Uncle Roy.
I have another hearing at 1:30. So, and you could appear by Zoom from your office. Y'all can figure out a way. If you could go, Mr. Hill, over to his house or get him to come to your house and get him on your computer,
Okay.
then we'll take his testimony at 1 o'clock or 1:30.
1:30, sir. Okay.
Okay, so what's gonna happen is y'all are going to sign your proofs and your oath before a notary public up there and return those to Ms. Gregory. And once we get your uncle's testimony and his signed proof, then I'll sign the judgment declaring heirship and the order authorizing independent administration of your mother's estate and authorizing the clerk to issue letters of administration that will give you authority to act. I'm going to give this sheet of paper, a couple of pages, to Ms. Gregory to send to you. It's an instruction sheet of what your duties and responsibilities are as representative, okay?
Okay, thank you, sir.
So, we'll let y'all work between now and 1:30 to see if y'all can get, your uncle on. And
Okay,
thank you for appearing, Miss Ledette. I hope you have a great week.
Okay, you too, thank you.
Katie.
thank you.
Oh, Katie, did you have any questions of these witnesses?
I'm sorry.
I don't, Your Honor, unless you need something from me.
No, I read your report and
Yes,
it's,
sir.
I've already signed the order.
Okay, thank you. Do you need me
Thank
back
you.
at 1:30 as well?
Not unless you foresee that you would have questions of him.
I do not unless you need something from me. So
Okay. Thank you.
thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate it.
Take care.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Katie.
Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
No, I don't. Hold on, hold on.
Mr.
Hold on, hold on.
One second. She
Hold on.
just told me that my afternoon hearing's canceled. So let's try to do it at, let's see, it's almost 10. Let's try to do it at 11:15.
I will go get him and be right back here. Yes, sir.
Okay, 11:15.
11:15. Thank you, sir.
All right, take care.
11:15.
We have one more.
Yes, sir.
Zoom. Ms. Graham, not approved.
No, Miss, Ledette, Miss Ledette.
Yes,
or she can-
Oh, you may be excused, ma'am. Thank you.
okay, so who do I sign? Do I need to get this notarized on my end, or I need to come back at 11:15?
No, you just get that notarized. You're done. You don't have to
Okay.
go back up. Just,
Okay, thank
your
you.
deal, uncle. You take care.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. It was Mr. Cloud.
Yeah, the contingent fee contract. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. So you are Taylor Kenneth Leach?
Yes, sir.
All right, could I get you to raise your right hand, please?
And Your Honor, we have one other witness here too, Curtis Rosenbrock. He's on Zoom with us.
Okay, he has not enabled his video and he is muted, so you'll need to enable his video and unmute himself. Hmm?
I'm proud of asking to.
The clerk has asked him to do that, but he's
Very
unmuted now. Mr. Rosenbrock, down at the bottom, there you are. All right, Mr. Rosenbach, if I can get you to raise your right hand, please. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call shall be the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir. Sir.
Okay, it appears that we are probating a copy of a will today, Ms. Graham.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so, both Mr. Rosenbrock and Mr. Leach, I'm gonna hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Michael Edward Leach. Do y'all recognize that as being such?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back, or, yeah, it's a copy. I'm gonna go to the signature page of this document and ask y'all if that appears to be a true and correct copy of his signature.
Yes, sir, it does. Yes.
And it also appears that he executed this document with Mr. Rosenbrock as a witness. And Mr. Rosenbrock, is that your signature on that document?
Yes, sir, it is.
On or about April 20th of 2016. To your knowledge, after the date he made this will, did he ever change it or revoke it?
No, sir. No, sir.
Mr. Leach?
No, sir.
Okay. All right, go right ahead, Ms. Graham. Now that I've got that out of the way.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'd like to call Mr. Leach first. Would you please state your name for the court?
Taylor Kenneth Leach.
Your father is Michael Edward Leach, is that correct?
Yes.
And did he pass away March 29th, 2024 in Beaumont, Texas?
Yes.
Okay, and that's Jefferson County, correct?
Yes.
Did he leave a copy of his original will dated April 20th, 2016?
Yes.
And is it true that you found two copies of that will and thought one was the original until my office looked at it and said, this is not an original?
Yes.
Okay. And did you search for the original will?
Yes.
And is it true that all you could find is a copy?
Yes, that's correct.
What do you think happened to the original?
I think that he thought he had an original because he moved in 2018. And even to our eyes, it looked like an original. I thought it was original until they let me know that it wasn't. So I think he just threw away the wrong copy. He acted as if this was the original.
And do you think at any point he was trying to attempting to revoke his will?
No, he spoke about this will pretty recently.
Okay. And you don't think he ever re-executed another will after that original?
No.
Okay. And if he had written another will, would you have known that?
Yes.
And you've reviewed the document on file, and of course, Judge Brannick just showed you the will. Do you recognize that to
Yeah.
be a true and correct copy?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Your Honor, we would ask the court to take note that it has the original copy of the will in its file.
So noted.
I mean, is it true that his will name it Karen Marie Leach Stiles to be independent personal representative, Elaine Wiggin Leach to be first successor independent personal representative of his estate?
Yes.
And is it true that both of them have signed waivers and they've renounced their right to letters in favor of you serving, and those waivers are on file with the court?
Yes, that's correct.
And is it true that the will
Notice
didn't?
those.
Pardon me, Your Honor?
I said I take notice of the presence of those waivers in my file.
Thank you, Your Honor. Apologies, it bleeped for a second. And is it true that the beneficiaries under your father's will are you and your sister, Lindsay Elizabeth Leach Chalmers?
Yes.
And is it true that Michael's will excludes Landry Bryant Leach as a beneficiary of his will?
Yes.
And that's another biological child. Is that true?
Yes.
And you and Lindsay and Landry would be the only heirs if your father had died without a will?
Yes.
And is it true that all of you have consented to your appointment as the independent administrator?
Yes.
And those consents and waivers are also on file with the court?
Yes.
Your Honor, we'd ask the court to take judicial notice of those consents and waivers to Mr. Leach's appointment.
So noted.
And is it true that no marriage of your father's was dissolved after he wrote his will?
Yes.
And did he have any children born to him or adopted by him after he wrote his will?
No.
Does his will name a state, a government agency of the state, or a charity as a devisee?
No.
Is there a need to administer his estate?
Yes.
And since his estate is not taxable, are you asking the court to waive the appointment of appraisers?
Yes.
And are you asking the court to allow you to serve independently without bond and to receive letters of administration with will annexed?
Yes.
Are you for any reason disqualified from accepting letters or serving in that capacity?
No.
Is it true that you are qualified to serve in that capacity?
Yes.
To pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right. I don't have any other questions. If you, so what's going to happen now, Mr. Leach, is that you and Mr. Rosenbrock are going to sign your proofs before a notary. Ms. Graham will e-file those with the county clerk here. Once she does that, I'll sign the order authorizing the county clerk to issue you letters of administration. And I'm going to have my staff mail you this document, which explains what your duties and responsibilities are as representative of the estate. So make sure you review that. Make sure you cooperate with Ms. Graham in doing an inventory or affidavit, which the estate's code requires, within 90 days of the date I signed the order.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Graham, while I have you on the line, would you tell the personal injury attorney in that other file, I can't remember, it's Kyle or
Yes, sir.
that I'm not gonna approve a 45% contingency fee for the minors or for the children. If 40% is the highest, I'll go.
Yes, sir. I will tell him.
Do something to file. I would think that they'd want to move with some dispatch, given that they could end up with nothing if they resolve it.
Absolutely. No, I'll let him know, Your Honor.
Thank you so much. I hope y'all have a great week. Let me know if there are any questions.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank
Nice
you.
to see you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Trent has just the motion in order to withdraw.
Who?
Trent. It's up on your
Who?
box, Trent.
Okay. Venzio, you want to come